Hey, what's up? What's up, y'all? Welcome back, man. Welcome back to another Truck Talk Live, man. Another Truck Talk Live. Early morning, man, on a Saturday, man. I'm supposed to be sleeping in, but I'm out here getting this paper, man. I'm out here getting this paper. Hey, I had an appointment yesterday, so I just switched my days, man. But but yeah, man. Lot going on. Lot going on, man. Hey, listen. Do me a favor, like, share, subscribe, man. Drop comments too, but like, share, subscribe. Like and subscribe is the main two, because we gotta get in the algorithm, man. As soon as you come in, hit the like button. If you haven't subscribed, do that right after. As soon as you come in, hit that like button, man. It's real important. But I know y'all see the showrunner, the cop that pulled the lady over in Florida. He resigned, man. He shouldn't have got a chance to resign. Soon as they reviewed that, he should have been fired, man. He should have been fired, relieved of his duty, man, and his pension and all that. Because because by the chief's own words, that is not how the job is done and conducted at anywhere. But he's just talking about there. But my thing is, you give him a chance to resign so he keep his pension and all that, right? I don't agree with that. You know what I'm saying? I don't agree with that because if you see the traffic stop, I mean, the dude was absolutely out of control. He threatened the lady. I don't know how many times. He made it known at one point. You know, she was like, letting him know that she was complying and she was gonna open the door or whatever. And he was like, "Yeah, it don't matter. I got my gun out." You know what I'm saying? Just letting her know if you make a false move or a weird move, you're not gonna make it to see tomorrow anyway. You know. Um. Yeah, I just feel like everything about that stop was like way over the top, man. And letting him resign, cause see, people don't get it. People don't get it, cause people don't think. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. See, he knew he was wrong, so he resigned. Nah, that ain't why he resigned. They let him resign so he can keep his pension and all that, and let him go out with some type of dignity when everything he did was horrible. You know what I'm saying? And I don't want to jump immediately to the race card with that, but I don't want to jump immediately to the race card with it. But I mean, and I know she didn't pull right over. Her husband advised her how to handle traffic stops, and she listened. One of the few. She's one of the few that listen to us. You know what I'm saying? When we try to tell y'all something that is for y'all own good. She didn't pull over on a dark side of the dark road. No, she pulled over under some lights. Had her kids filming it. She had her kids recording in the back. You know, and I mean, dude was just over the top. And then, you know, at the end of the traffic stop, I heard him say, "Yeah, apologize for yourself." Like, tell him she's sorry for the way she handled the ordeal. She agreed. I'm well, not agreed, but she took accountability um of her speeding or whatever. She took accountability of her not pulling over on the spot, going into a area, into a lit area. I don't know what type of black woman this is taking all this accountability. I don't know who she is, but she took accountability for all her actions, and that ain't a shot neither. That's just is what it is. Sorry. Um, but she took accountability for her part in the role. I feel like dude was just like, again, I don't want to use the racist word, but the location of where they were, and his tone of voice, his attitude, you know what I'm saying, and it just like abuse of power, man. It was just abuse of power, dog. Like he took it way too far, man. He took it way too far. You know, um, anybody on the live chat, man, let me know how y'all feel about that situation. What do y'all think? Do y'all think it was the R word or what? Do y'all think it was a racially motivated the way he was acting? Because I can't really say that, but I mean I can say he had the underlying condition of racism. You know what I'm saying? He definitely had the underlying condition of racism, man. But lady was pregnant and all that. That's probably the only reason why he didn't take her to jail. Because I believe he did cuff her or whatever for a minute. I know he put his hands on her. He grabbed her. She definitely got a lawsuit. She definitely got a lawsuit. You know, and she should pursue it. She should pursue it. Just like another story I'm gonna get into in a minute, but she should pursue it. You know, because she was treated like crazy. She was treated crazy. You know, she definitely should pursue the lawsuit. But and like I said, y'all can always come back to that. Drop comments about whatever. But just like there was a pastor, right, down in Alabama. I'm from Alabama, man, and I gotta hold this L with the state. I gotta hold this L with the state, man. There was a pastor down there watering his neighbor's grass, right? Watering his neighbor's grass, and somebody called the police. Somebody called the police. Said he was doing something suspicious. I mean, he's watering grass. He wasn't in the house. He wasn't coming out of the house. He wasn't in and out of the house. Okay, so cool. So the police get there. Suspicious. We was called for suspicious activity. Who are you? He said, I'm pastor. Gave his name. Give us some ID. I'm not obligated to give you ID, and you're not, right? So they asked him what he was doing. He told them what he was doing, watering his neighbor's yard for his neighbors, right? And they said, how do we know? They asked him, did he live there? He said, no. You know, he gave him the rundown. So they said, how do we know that you watering the lawn for your neighbor? And he said, because I got a water hose in my hand, and when you pulled up, I was watering the lawn. I thought that was funny as shit because when they said that, I was like, what you mean he's watering the lawn? Like what you mean? So they they put the cuffs on him, took him in. His wife showed up with his ID and all that. There was another neighbor came from across the street, a white lady came from across the street and verified that he was in fact a neighbor, and the other people was out of town. She didn't verify that they told him to come water the lawn because she couldn't, because I don't think she was privy to that conversation. Because that neighbor was probably a friend of his or whatever. But yeah, man, I just feel like all this, like, I feel like sometimes the police, because again, to me, that was another abuse of power. Um, and then when you know the law and you use the law, and I wouldn't even say to your advantage, but you just use the law. So when you know the law and you use it, somehow they don't like that. Somehow to them, that's a slap in the face or disrespect. When they come to the scene disrespecting you and the whole situation. But somehow to them, when you know and understand the law and apply it, that's disrespect to them. Because they didn't really care until he said he wasn't giving them his ID. They was talking real calm. When he said he wasn't giving them his ID, then they gotta take you in now. We asking you for this. You know what I'm saying? You gotta identify yourself. No, he don't. In that situation, he don't. I mean, had he been coming out of the house, you might want to show him some ID. He didn't have the ID even on him because he just walked across the street or wherever, down the street or whatever, to water the lawn for them. I tell you what, when they get back, I'm gonna be like, man, don't ever ask me to do shit for you no more. You know what I'm saying? Around here, but the person who called the police was never identified, and I know that anonymous caller. I know that's a lie. I mean, it probably was though. It probably was because that's how they do shit. They cowards. You know what I'm saying? A lot of those people cowards. It couldn't have been a real Karen because a real Karen want to be known. I put the police on you. I called the police on you. You know what I'm saying? So it wasn't a Karen. It was probably a white man that called the police. It was probably a white dude that called the police. You know what I'm saying? But it is what it is, man. It is what it is. Then I saw a lady, a young Latin girl in Texas. She was just driving around shooting at people's houses. Pop, pop. Shooting at people's houses. Shooting the houses. Now, I mean, it's kids, never mind kids, adults. There's people in the house. Possibly in every house that you shot into. What possessed you to shoot into the house? What possessed you to shoot into the house? And film, it's crazy to me. What possessed you to shoot into the house? I don't know, man. What all oh Andy Ruiz and Luis Ortiz. They fighting, man. I don't think nobody really care about that though. Cause I haven't seen no I haven't like a lot of promotion for that fight. I haven't seen a lot of promotion for that fight, you know? Um I feel like Andy Ruiz had he had himself he put himself in a good position, you know, and 6 months later he took himself right out of the position, you know. 6 months later, he took himself right out of position, man. I feel like he had, you know, he was riding one of the biggest waves that you could ride in boxing. He was riding like a Buster Douglas type of wave. You know, he was riding like a Buster Douglas type of wave. You know, Anthony Joshua was seemingly this unstoppable force in boxing, and He came out there as a virtual unknown, showed a skill level, showed a hand speed that was top level at the heavyweight division, and shook up the world, got the belt. And I'm guessing he had a weight issue his whole career, conditioning issue, whatever you want to call it, whatever you want to call it. And after he won the title and all, he won the crown, all the riches that came with it, right? He went back to who he really was. He didn't win and pull a Floyd Mayweather and say, I'm about to get better. And you know what I'm saying? No, he won and he turned into the real Andy Ruiz, buying a bunch of Bentleys, houses, probably taking care of everybody that helped him out, like overdoing it. You know, people help you out. Um, they see stuff in you or whatever. But if somebody give you, you know, maybe a total of maybe $5,000, don't go crazy when you come up. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know, man. Everybody thinks somebody owe them something, right? But you don't owe nobody shit. You don't owe nobody shit, unless you physically owe them a couple dollars. You know what I'm saying? But if I buy a pizza and I give you two slices of pizza, I don't want you to, you know what I'm saying? Give me two slices of pizza when you buy a pizza. That, you know what I'm saying? That ain't it ain't a lot of shit don't be necessary, man, that people do. A lot of stuff don't be necessary, man, and people just don't get it. They don't get what a favor is, because that same person to throw that in your face 2 years. Oh, dog, I remember I bought that pizza, man. When you come up, I remember I bought a pizza, man. Gave that dude two slices, man. Now he just hit the lottery for 50,000, man. He came in, he came and give me $500. And he don't owe you no $500. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's how people are. People swear somebody owe them something, bro. Don't nobody owe you nothing except for respect. That's it. That's it. Don't nobody owe you nothing. You know, nobody owe you nothing, man. And everybody, like, so now I've been talking to people, and it's like, yo, every time I talk to you, man, I come out the conversation, um, like motivated, hyped up, or whatever. And I'm like, yeah. I'm like, all right, cool. That's what's up. Nah, for real, man, for real. You should do it. I'm like, yeah, well, being a motivational speaker, I don't think that would be my thing, you know. But but always motivating people is a good thing. You know what I'm saying? It's a good thing to make people feel a certain way. You know, especially especially when you know them and you know they down. You know what I'm saying? You know shit ain't going their way. Yeah, man, it's always good. It's always good to say some good words to people and let them know. But my thing is with myself, I'm highly motivated, right? I'm highly motivated, right? My thing is I'm gonna get where I want to be, one way or another, right? And if I see somebody with a talent or a gift or whatever, and we start talking about it, and then you like, yeah, yeah, I want to do it, but I can't be the one that wants you to come up and be on top more than you want to come up and be on top. You know what I'm saying? That can't be the case. Like, it's a saying. I can't want it for you more than you want it for yourself, right? Can't do it. It's impossible. It's impossible. But I definitely do, always try to get people in good spirits. Try to get people to see, you know what I'm saying, you're on a good path right here. But you gotta expound on it because people like to dream and people like to talk, but people don't like to move. People don't like to move. Like me right now, I've been talking about something for like 2 years. Now it's here because I've been moving. Sometimes you got shit going on. You can only move a certain distance at a time. I'll say distance. So you can't just always, I'm gonna start something and then the process is only this long, so I'm gonna knock it out. Because especially when it's something big business wise, because you got a life, I got a life, got kids, got a family, got a wife. So stuff come up, issues. So you can't all bills. You know what I'm saying? So you can't always just go start and finish something right away. You know what I'm saying? Especially if it's a project. Especially when there's money involved and, like I said, things you got to do that's out of your control. But that's that's what's going on now. But then I know some people, man. I work with them. Not with, but I work together with them. We work for the same company, just different areas and whatever, whatever. Um, yo, you should do this, and I'm like, yeah, I'm already started with that. Oh man, I wish I could do that. You could do that. I would have to do this and get this license and get this permit, whatever, whatever. Okay, so go do it. That's gonna be like $3,000. You don't gotta pay $3,000 at once. Knock out a couple things. Get paid. Knock out a few things. Plan different. Sacrifice some shit. That's the thing. Nobody wanna stop having fun or smoking weed or you know what I'm saying, getting drunk or going out. Nobody want to stop doing that shit long enough to get something done that's going to better your life, better your kids' life. You know what I'm saying? Um, don't buy the car this year. Wait till next year and buy the car. Get your business right, get your whatever, and then go buy the car. It's gonna be easier because you got everything lined up. You got everything in motion. So it's gonna be easier and you're gonna actually you're gonna actually enjoy it more. You're gonna actually respect it more because you went about it the right way. Just like stuff like that, you know. But you gotta let people know, man. Like you gotta let people know this is your shit. This is your idea, dream, or whatever. It's not mine. So you know what I'm saying. I could talk to you about it. I could you want to discuss something with me while we kicking it, while we having a drink or whatever, boom. But this is your thing. You know what I'm saying? It's your thing. It's not my thing, but I'll help you any way I can. That's within my reach. I'll do all that. But I can't want it for you more than you want it for yourself. And that's how some people are. They want you, they just want to take energy, take energy, right? But, bruh, it's your thing. It's your thing. But yeah, man, so that's all, man. I just want to touch on a few topics, throw in some of that motivation, man, on a Saturday. You know what I'm saying? Keep it popping, keep it popping, keep it moving. Like I said, man, as soon as you come in, hit the like button and subscribe. You gotta get in this algorithm, man. It's important. It's important. It's important. All right, y'all. I'm up out of here. Peace.